Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy NeohXO, and today I'm going to be going over some predictions for Black Clover Chapter 260. It's set to drop on August the 10th. So yeah, I know you guys are pretty excited for that. Black Clover's been on a roll lately. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already, because I cover Black Clover a lot, and leave a like too. But other than that, let's get right into the predictions. So if you're already subscribed to the channel, you pretty much know that I have at least talked to you at least once if you've left a comment, because I pretty much reply to all my comments. So I thought it would be a pretty cool idea if I go over some of you guys' predictions as well as some of my own. So first up, we got Kirito. He has two predictions, and he says Dante's demon will possess Dante, as we still haven't seen it yet. And his second prediction is that Dante is going to be saved by Zenon or Vanica, similar to what happened when Patri got saved by the third eye. I think this is a really good prediction. He has two predictions here. I think both of them are very sensible. They both make sense because we haven't seen Lucifero really do anything yet. We've seen him talking to Dante before, but we haven't seen him actually take hold. And we know that the devil is always trying to get the upper hand in their relationship. It might be a little different for Asta. Asta's devil seemed to try to be getting the upper hand at first, but while I was reading these last couple chapters, it seems like Asta's demon is a little more like caring for Asta than it seems like a lot of these other devils are. So I think it's very possible that at least one of his predictions come true, because like he said, Patri got saved by the third eye. So I think it's very possible that Vanica or Zenon pull up and they save Dante, even though he's looking kind of pathetic right now, lying on the ground, just completely and utterly defeated. So I think it's possible that Dante's devil can possess him also, because remember whenever Asta was really doing bad, Asta's devil tried to possess him, but Asta was like, nah, and he ain't let that slide. But since Dante is like at such a low percent of health, he pretty much is at risk to be possessed fully. Or it's also a possibility that can happen because his devil is trapped in the underworld. So I don't know about that first one, but the second one is probably more likely out of your two theories. Moving on to the next one, Elijah says, I think Zenon is the main villain because he has shown at the beginning of this arc, and we haven't seen Zenon's demon magic yet. And Dante will die, because if there was a rematch, it wouldn't be the same hype. I definitely agree that if Dante gets back up and he ends up having a rematch, that it wouldn't be as hype, because we already seen him go all out, you know. I think it would be cooler if Lucifero takes over his body and we see Lucifero fight, because they're two different people at the end of the day. I mean, well, it's two different entities. I don't know if you want to call Lucifero a person. Like, he's obviously a devil, but you guys know what I mean. And I think him saying that Zenon is the main villain, I've actually thought about that myself, and I think that might be true. Now, obviously, I can't prove that it's true, but it's just an inclination that I have, kind of like a gut feeling. But I don't know. I don't have any like proof to back that up. So it might be true that Zenon is the main villain, but we just don't know yet, because I'm just saying that I think it's a high possibility, but I have to I can't give y'all false information and be like Zenon's the main villain. I could say like it's possible, which it is, but I can't just say that he is because we haven't seen it yet. You know what I mean? Y'all get what I'm saying? My subscribers are pretty like chill, so y'all understand where I'm coming from. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a high possibility that Zenon might be the main villain. I don't know if Dante will die. Like, I don't know all that. It's kind of still early in the arc for Dante to die. They might take him as a prisoner before they let him die, but you know, I don't think he's gonna die. Moving on to the next one. It's really odd how we haven't seen Lucifero talk for a while. Seems as though he was just waiting to find a glimmer of hope, and just after they find it, thinking that Dante is defeated, he will take over Dante's body, crushing both Yami and Asta. Now this is a dark dark prediction. Like, this man here just went all in, and it might be possible. Like, I don't want this to happen. I don't think this is gonna happen, but hey, my man is able to have his own prediction, you know what I mean? He's able to have his own prediction. He will keep Asta alive, take Yami, and probably Vanessa, and might even kill someone, showing Asta what despair really is. Yeah, my man going in, bro. Like, this man going in. He wanted this to turn into like some super dark, crazy manga. I mean, hey, I'm not backing up your prediction, bro. I don't think that's gonna happen, but if it does, you are right. And look, you got the proof right now. You're on the screen. You got the proof. But that would be crazy if this actually happens. I don't think it's gonna happen. But he kind of giving off that Veto vibe. You know how Veto always wanted to make people taste despair. Dante literally is like out of there, bro. He's out. He's out. If anything, Lucifero is gonna take over, like you said. So I think that part of your theory or your prediction might be true. So next up we have Davia. So he says Dante maybe has a second body in the Spade Kingdom. After all, his magic is body magic. Now I think this is a high possibility. I've actually heard someone else state this prediction, and I think it's a possibility because we've seen this done before with Fauna and Veto, how they can transfer their consciousness to a different body. So this might be possible. And we also know that Vonica has curse magic, so she might be able to do something with his body. And like you said, he has body magic. So this is a possibility. I didn't really see any foreshadowing of this, but it's definitely a possibility because it makes sense. You know what I mean? Next up, we got Ben. Ben says, you know why can't Neto use the prison spell on some of Asta's anti-magic, then Finro use space magic to move into the Triad's heart? This is possible, but like I replied to his comment and I said, like, I pretty much told him that they just have to think of it, but that's very intricate for people to think of. So I don't know if they're actually going to think of it, but I think that if they do think of this, that it's possible that they could do that. So the last one that I got for you guys from my subscribers is maybe Xenon and Vonica show up and they knew that Asta is a threat to them. Therefore, they are going to kill him just like Julia's prophecy. This one I can't really get behind. There's no way they're about to kill off Asta. But the part where you said Xenon and Vonica might show up, I think that's likely. So now I'm gonna touch on some of the stuff that I personally think will take place in the future. I think that Vonica and Xenon have a high possibility of going to save Dante. It will make sense because they will be thinking to themselves, their missions were complete. Vonica successfully kidnapped Little Petrica and Xenon successfully kidnapped William. So they're probably going to be thinking in their head, they're going to be thinking, hey, why is Dante taking so long? And then they're going to be able to go check on Dante, and then they're going to see this, and then they might have to save him. You know, I don't know how possible this is, though, because if that happens, like I said in my review, then Yami and Asta are pretty much screwed, man. Like, there's no way that they can take on Xenon and Vonica together. That's considering they just had an intense battle with Dante. They're pretty much worn out. So if Vonica and Xenon show up, it's pretty much a one-sided battle from there. I don't think Asta and Yami will be able to put up any fight because they basically used all their strength. So I think that's a possibility of something that will happen. Another possibility that I think will happen is that, like someone stated earlier, Lucifero will probably take over Dante's body. I just don't know how likely this one is, considering that Lucifero is in the underworld. So I don't know if he could fully possess Dante, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to put that out there as a maybe, but it has a low possibility in my opinion. And the last one I want to say is it might just be a chill chapter. Like, I don't know how chill you could get after a battle like that, but it might be like an informative chapter because we've been having a lot of battle chapters lately, and I don't know how long Yuki Tabata wants to do this because, you know, sometimes you need to like slow down a little bit, but I also realize that he likes to keep his manga fast paced. So it might be another battle chapter, or it might cut away to somebody else in a different part of the world. It might just be like a recollection chapter where they are like, okay, that just happened, we need to regroup and find out a plan. And then maybe at the end something hype happens and it leaves us on a cliffhanger, and then it leads into the next chapter after that. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave me a big thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. It's me, your boy NeohXO, and I'm out.